Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. I came to school too, and I'm glad you're here. And boys and girls watching, we're glad that you're here too. Turn around and face your friends. Say good morning, friends.
Good morning, friends.
Let's sing to them so they'll have a good day too. Good morning to our friends. Good morning to our friends. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning to our friends. Excellent job. You may be seated. We are off to a great start today. I know today is going to be a great day. I can tell because I see lots of hands in our laps. I see lots of eyes on Miss Sister, and I see lots of big smiles. Boys and girls watching, are you wearing your big smiles today? Good. All right. Well, I thought it would be fun if we review some of our opposites. What is an opposite? It means it's
Completely different.
Completely different. Let's see if we can do some opposites together. What is the opposite of this one?
Stretch.
Stretch. Go ahead and stretch really tall. Stand on your tippy toes and stretch. See if you can touch the ceiling. Oh, no. Go ahead and sit down. Good job. What would be the opposite of this one, Connor?
On.
You're right, on, because the little doggy is off. Let's see. What would be the opposite of this one, Cyrus? This one is little. So what would be the opposite of little?
Big.
Big, yes, good job. Let's look at this one. What would be the opposite of this one?
Up.
It is, it's up, good job. But I'm calling on friends. Let's see who else is working hard. What is the opposite of this one? Kayla?
Heavy.
Yes, good job, because this one is what?
Light.
Light. Way to go. How about this one right here, Jonathan?
Go.
Go, yes, because what's this one?
Stop.
Stop. Excellent job. Ooh, how about this one? William. What's the opposite of this one? This is a daddy or a father. So what would be the opposite of father?
Daddy.
No, not daddy. Who's different than the father? Who else lives at your house? You have a father and a
Mother.
yes, so the mother is the opposite of father. All right. Ooh, how about this one? This one might be tricky. What's the opposite of this one, Carter? Well, let's look at our little chipmunk here. What is this? This is his what?
Back.
Back. So what would be the opposite? If it's not the back, it's the yes, the front. Good job. Oh, boys and girls watching, what's the opposite of this one? Yes, happy. Good. I love that. How about this one? Oakley.
Full.
Full. Good job, because this one is what?
Empty.
Empty. Good job. How about this one? Luke.
Awake.
Well, this one is awake. So what's the opposite of awake?
Sleep.
Sleeping. Good job. Oh, how about this one? Do you know what this one is?
Hot.
It will hot or dry. What would be the opposite of dry, Bethany?
Hot.
Not hot, not the opposite. This is already hot, hot and dry. So what would be the opposite? If something is dry, then the opposite would be, right now you're dry, but if you just got out of the bathtub, you would be
Cold.
well, you would be cold, but I'm really looking for something different. Let's see. Joseph, do you know?
Cold.
Not cold. Elijah?
Wet.
Wet. You got it. So if this is dry, the opposite is what?
Wet.
Wet. Let's do another one. Ooh, remember this one? Yeah. Whoa, what is this one?
Big.
Well, not big.
Far.
Close, very close. So what's the opposite of close? Or near. What is the opposite of near?
Far.
Far, you got it. This one is out. What's the opposite? In. This one is playing. What's the opposite of playing?
Running.
Not running.
Work.
Work. Good job. Ooh, this one is tall. What's the opposite of tall?
Short.
Short. Oh. What's the opposite?
Dirty.
Dirty. Good. What's the opposite?
Push.
Well, this one is push, so the opposite would be pull. Oh, here's a cute one. Are you ready? Boys and girls watching, what is the opposite of this one? Fast, yes, because this one is? Slow. A turtle goes very, very slow. Let's see if I have any more. Ooh, how about this one? This one is cold. What's the opposite? Hot. And this one is shallow. So the opposite is? Deep. And this one is so what? Soft. So the opposite would be? Hard. And then remember this one? Low. So what's the opposite? Not up. High. Good job. We are really learning our opposites. Well, today I want to show you one very quickly. Look at this one. What is that? A kitty cat. Lots of you have kitty cats as a pet, don't you? And a kitty cat is one that you can have in your house. You can have it as a pet. If you go get it from the store, or if somebody has some at their house, then you could get this kind of cat. I wouldn't want one that's just running around in the streets and stuff, because you don't know if that one might be sick or might have a problem. So you want to get one like this, because this little kitty cat is tame. What is it? Tame. Tame, that's right. So if you have a kitty cat at your house, you can have that kind of kitty cat because it is a tame animal, and you can have tame animals as pets. But what about this kitty cat? Are you ready? See if this one would be tame.
No.
It is. It's a great big lion, and so he lives out in the what? Wild. In the wild. So he is not tame, is he? So he's the opposite. This one is tame, and this one is?
Wild.
Is wild. That's right. Now, this one you would see at the zoo, wouldn't you? Yeah. Now, just because they're at the zoo, are they still wild or are they tame?
They're still wild.
They are. They're still wild. So you don't want to climb over those fences, or you don't want to get near them, because they are still considered wild. They're still outside and they're still wild. You would find a lion. Where could you find a lion?
At the zoo.
At the zoo, but where else do we find lions?
In the jungle.
In the jungle, or out, remember we talked about in Africa, in the plains of Africa, and those lions like to hide out there. So they are not tame. They are what?
Wild.
Wild, that's right. Would an elephant be tame or wild?
Tame.
Wild, because that's a great big animal that you would find outside. You wouldn't have an elephant in your house, would you? No. It would be too big, that's right. It would squish the house. But how about a puppy dog? Is a puppy dog tame or wild? Tame. If you get it again from the store, or somebody who has puppies that you can buy, then you can train them and you can have them in your house. But not an elephant, not a lion. What about a tiger? No. Or what about, how about this? Are you ready? What about a mouse? You could have a mouse. Now, a mouse is typically wild because they're just running around outside and they get into places they're not supposed to be. But you could have one in your house, because that's an animal you could have as a pet. But you wouldn't let it just run around your house, would you? No. So it has to be in a little cage if you had one of those as a pet. But these kind of animals you would not have in your house, because this kind of animal is what? Wild. But a kitty cat or a dog is what? It's tame. That's right. You are right. So it's fun to have pets, isn't it, boys and girls watching? Maybe you have a cat or a dog or a pet that is tame, that lives in your house, but you couldn't have a giraffe or an elephant because those are wild. It's fun to learn opposites, isn't it? We've learned lots of opposites this year. Keep working hard with your opposites.